Hello YouTube fam, it's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, you know what? Sometimes the best thing you could do for a person is to back up from a person. When you see a person going through something and you offering help and they don't reach out to you, back up. I'm serious, back up. Because people try their best to do shit when they want to do it. And that ain't how this works. When I offer you help, when I see the problem and I'm talking to you, that's your time right there to reach out and be like, man, this is happening, that's happening, man. I don't know how to deal with this, man. I need some help. I need somebody to talk to, man. I need, some guidance on something, bro. Help me through this, man. I get that. You come to me like that, I get it. But I'm not on pull it out of you, man. I'm not on keep working at it until... No, man, it's like pulling teeth. If you want to tell somebody, that's one thing. When you got issues going on. But when people do not care anymore, that's a whole nother issue. If they asked you, do you need help? Or, do you need somebody to talk to? And you keep saying no, people leave you alone. Then when you finally want to talk, they don't want to talk no more, man. Sometimes people done had enough of it. When people are there rallying around you at that particular time, when you're going through something, that's your time to vent, get it off your chest. Talk about what's happening to people because they're there for it. They're there to lift you up and to rebuild you at that particular point in time. But if you don't go for it, if you, slip on it and think, they supposed to wait and, accommodate you at your whim and, you having some issues and you want to talk it through again and they're not listening properly. So you telling them again, man, I'm going to tell you over and over again. If I haven't told you anything at any point in my life, when people offering their help, take it. If you need it, take it. Sometimes that lifeline can really help. Because, it's a life preserver, man, when you out in a sea of despair, when you drowning. Somebody throw you a life preserver when you drowning, bro, that's everything. But like I said, man, you can get tired of a person. And, man, if you going through your own stuff, man, and I'm being honest right now, if you going through your own stuff and you trying to deal with your stuff, and people getting upset with you because you're not talking to them and everything, you dealing with your own ish. And you trying to basically come to grips with what's happening with you, but, they making it all about them. You ever talk to somebody that, you just sit there and listen to them talk, man, and the whole conversation is about them. And I mean, even if you change the conversation, they bring it right back. Dude, I sit back sometimes and I wonder, how do people go through the same stuff over and over, year after year? You going through the same thing. You haven't learned anything from this. You shouldn't be doing any of this right now. You should have learned your lesson. But see, there's a blessing in all of that. Sometimes it ain't meant for you to learn your lesson at that time. People think that you're going to sit there and, stuff is going to change in your life and without you putting any work in. It don't work like that. Now, I understand giving your problems to the Lord. That's one thing. But he also says you got to do your due diligence. You got to put some work in. You got to put the footwork in. You got to start, acting better, doing stuff in a better content. If you saying, hey, look, Lord, look, I'm trying to find out, I'm losing this job. I need, a better job. You need to look. Now he'll help get you through the door, but you still got to get out here and look. You can't just be like, I'm going to just wait for the Lord. I'm going to sit there. He looking like, wait, why should I help? And you ain't doing anything your damn self. See, that's the mentality of people right now. They just want you to give it to them. Everybody expecting handouts, bro. I'm from the old school. I had to work for everything that I have. And I'm still working for everything that I have. Ain't ish coming to me free. And it's not. And, if you got that mentality that somebody owe you something, you entitled, bro, this world ain't for you, man. It's real out here. Stuff start getting real quick. When you have that mentality, you got to put the work in, man. If you want, all these accolades and awards, you got to put the work in. People ain't willing to put no work in. They're not willing to say anything. They're not willing to do anything. They want you to do everything. You know, man, look, I can't carry the world on my back. You know, everybody wants you to save them. But in the process, most of the people that you save end up you needing to be saved from them. Have you heard what I just said? The person that you saved, you end up having to be saved from them. Dude, I could tell you so many stories of friends and acquaintances, work friends, of just stuff that I heard, man, and it's just crazy. If a person show you who they are, believe them. If you see signs, trust your gut. Why do people don't trust their gut? Oh man, you know, if you in here having a damn nervous breakdown almost, your body is just convulsing, something is wrong. It's something wrong in the force. And it's usually the people that are closest to you. So watch that. Just because somebody smile and happy and, you know, rub you when you need to be rubbed, bro, that don't mean nothing. You need to pay attention to everybody, man. And I'm serious. I keep telling my collecting brothers and sisters out here about this. You know, and Gad was telling me the other day in one of these lit groups, because I went in and I commented on something. He was like, yeah, you ain't got no wife, you know, you ain't got no kids, man. You live in your mama basement. Mama dead. Can't live in her basement. She buried. Got my own place, married, kids grown, live in their own places. Man, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to say it just like this. One thing about life, you got to get out here and live it. A lot of us, man, I notice we put up with any damn thing. You know, we refuse to be by ourselves. You know, you'll put up with just about anything just not to be by yourself. Dude, it ain't worth that. Sometimes you got to get to know who you are before you in there trying to accommodate every damn body else. You got to know you first. And I don't think nobody trying to do any of that. Everybody wants you to kiss their butts and, you know, tell them how cute they are, man. You know, tell them, you know, you love them and all of this stuff, man. You know, family, you know, can see you living and thriving your best, man. They'll try their best to mess your relationship up. They'll try to mess your job up because they're unhappy and they don't want to see you happy. That could be family, friends, significant other, your kids, man. People have that messed up mentality sometimes, bro. You know, sometimes we got to see and call people out on their ish, and nobody want to call nobody out. Nobody want to call people out, man. It's just like we dealing with stuff. And, you know, I was talking to someone the other day, and they was telling me, man, you know, such and such homeless now, man. He lost his job and he homeless. And I'm like, man, that's real. And, you know, like, man, don't you got to, you know, like asking me, don't you got an extra room, man, that he need? I said, man, don't you got 2 extra rooms? Oh, man, I thought, you know, that's your friend. I was like, man, I don't know that guy. I know him just because you said his name. I don't know him. I'm not inviting people into my home, bro. If you don't know any damn body, I'm going to tell you something. Never invite people of the same sex as you is around your family. You don't know these motherfuckers. If you got girls in the house, you don't know these people. Your wife is in the house. Man, keep all of that, man. You know, I know I'll be like, damn, what have you heard? Dude, I have seen so much of messed up stuff that I'm telling people, keep that in mind. I don't give a darn if it's your brother, your cousin, or anybody. Don't let them be around your wife and kids. But I see so many people do it and be like, yeah, my wife left me for my cousin, my brother. You know, yeah, you know, my cousin raped my wife. And you be like, man, why would you leave this man around your wife? Man, but that was family. Dude, I'm going to tell you something. I hear so much of stuff that don't need to happen, and people just do it anyway. I'm like, you know there are repercussions for this stuff, right? You just don't let random people into your home. I don't care if they family, they random. When you get married and have kids, you have your own family. That family over here, this is subsidiary, man. This is like, that ain't the internal family no more. This is external. This is the internal family over here, man. And you got to shift modes. You got to know which sides you need to be on, bro. Man, look, when people having issues, you got to let them deal with them themselves. You know, before they come to you, man. You can't always solve everybody's problems. I used to solve problems, and I know you just contradicted yourself. You were saying somebody didn't come to you and talk. But I realized right here, while we talking, you got to solve your own problems at the end of the day. I can offer advice, guidance. I can take you to what you need to be, what the Lord actually wants you to be. He can have me to drive you right there and park and have you to get out. Guess what? You gonna get right back in there. Oh man, no, man, I'm gonna just see how it go, and I'm gonna see if it's gonna get better. It ain't gonna get better. It's gonna get 10 times worse. Dude, if you leave yourself to be a doormat for anybody, people will walk all over you. They will stomp on you. They will wipe their feet on you because you're not showing that you got a backbone or a spine. You got to make sure you show people who you are. You got to get in front of them and roar. You got to make sure people see you when you're angry. A man needs to be angry sometimes. He don't need to always be all happy and chipper. You can't be like that all the time. You got to show somebody you got them damn teeth in your mouth, that you about to roar. Sometimes you need to roar with other men. You need to get on the phone and just talk nonsense. Man, yeah, I was about to knock that fool out because he came to me like this and I was telling him. And y'all on the phone just revving each other up. You need that sometimes. Don't get so lost in this, man, because I see so many people get lost in the hobby that they forget the real world is out there. And this is real talk for real people who really needs to hear this. Real talk for real people who really need to hear this. I'm going to say it again. Real talk for real people who really need to hear this. But till later, thank you for watching. Peace out.